All right, welcome back to the Morning Brief brought to you by Invesco. After a slow start to 2024, Tesla making a comeback. The stock's 9-day winning streak racing the losses that we saw year to date. You're now looking at gains since the start of the year of just over 2%. Now, the extended momentum that we have seen, the extended rally, comes as the car manufacturer really beat on quarterly deliveries just a couple of weeks ago here. So for more on Tesla's run, we want to bring on Seth Goldstein. He's Morningstar's equity strategist. Seth, it's good to see you. So certainly there's no shortage of excitement surrounding Tesla right now. When you take a look at those delivery numbers, it was enough to excite many on the street. You're looking at a rally here of just about 40% since the beginning of June. Do you think these gains that we've seen over the last couple of weeks, are they justified given the numbers that we did see and the fact that it was still a drop from a year ago?
Well, I think what we're seeing is when the delivery numbers came in above consensus, Tesla's a very high growth stock, so the market reacted very positively. And then you have some momentum from Tesla's AI businesses, which the market is giving extra value to. And so you have Tesla, all of a sudden the market is valuing the growth potential for Tesla. Whereas if you look before the deliveries, Q1 deliveries, I think surprised to the downside. And so the market was assuming a lower growth rate. And so that's why we've seen the large rally since the deliveries numbers.
Okay, and so as we have the deliveries, the production numbers going into the next financial performance print, once that's fully unveiled, when earnings drop, what do you anticipate Elon will need to signal to the investment community about the future construct of how they're thinking about production and the new vehicles that they teased and now the street's going to be expecting at some point?
Yeah, it's a great point. I think we're going to need to see a solid, concrete timeline, and that the timeline has not pushed back for the new, more affordable model. Last quarter, they said it was going to be by the end of 2025, so we need to see that being met or pushed up earlier, so that the street can assume that Tesla will see a second wave of deliveries growth starting in 2026. As long as that narrative remains intact, I think that the stock will be okay. But if that's pushed out, if management sounds more uncertain that that's going to happen, then I think we could see the stock falter as, the market may be assuming that this second wave of deliveries growth either won't happen or will be pushed out into the future.
What type of vehicle, what type of model should customers be hoping that this vehicle is, and perhaps investors too?
I would think it would be maybe a smaller size SUV, so maybe a little smaller than the Model Y, but at a price point that's comparable to more like a Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, something in the mid $30,000 range versus the current Model Y, which is the next leg up. And so, if Tesla can offer that, then that gets them into a more affordable vehicle segment that's a much larger market in the US. And so I think that would drive, many consumers who are considering an EV, but one is still a little too expensive for them, that would push them over to buy an EV.